Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it's Paydirt review time again. And this time we're going to be re-reviewing a seller I haven't reviewed since 2019, and that's Montana Prospector. Now, I reviewed them once, I believe, in 2018, and then twice in 2019. And out of the 3 reviews, only one of them was a decent review. The first 2 I did, I got a 16% and a 17% ROI, while on the last bag, I got a 70% ROI. And I am personally not a fan of this Paydirt seller. I think 99% of his material he sells is just absolute garbage, rip-off in my opinion. It is in the category of golden Paydirts. Most of his Paydirts you won't get a very good ROI on, in the 15 to 20% range, same as golden Paydirt. But every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, he does put up a bag of Paydirt that has a really, really good ROI. So you need to just wait and watch. And I just so happened to notice that he put one up. And this is it. It's his 1 gram bag that I paid $69.95 for because it was on sale from $99.95, which isn't a very good ROI at that price. But with this one, I should get about a 78% ROI or better. So I'm pretty excited to go through it. But before that, let's just flash up his description and then go to the overhead. As you saw, a really good description. It tells you a lot of information. This is a 0.9 pound bag of Paydirt with 1 gram of gold added. It is from Montana, and it even tells you what sizes of gold you should find. Now, the one problem with this description, it is very, very long, and about half of the description, the second page I flashed up, is just very passive-aggressive negativity I don't think needs to be added in there. Telling people if they have gambling problems, etc., etc. Very unneeded in a description. So let's weigh it up, see if it is the 0.9 pounds. And there we go, 1 pound, 1.5 ounces. And we'll open it up, check out the material. This is very dark material. I have panned out Montana material before, and it is typically very, very dark material. I will rinse the bag before the end of the video, but I don't expect anything in there. Let's check out the material. Definitely have to try to break some of these up, maybe. See, most of them seem very solid. We'll check it, see if there's any magnetite. With material this dark, you really can't tell. Really, nothing. Absolutely nothing in the way of magnetite. So now I'm going to go classify this down, and we'll be right back. Okay, all done classifying, and as you can see, the majority of this material is in the +10, but I will say some of these smaller pieces are just hard pack, so they will break up in the water and hopefully have some gold in them, but still, even with that, the majority of the material is in the +10, so I'm not really sure where I'll find the gold. Based on the description, I should find most of the gold in the middle classifications, maybe some in the -40, but I really don't expect anything in the +10 other than smaller pieces that are just packed in that will later on be added to the smaller classifications. But really the only way to find out is to pan it out, so let's go get some water and do just that. Well, finished panning everything out as you saw, and that was some fairly easy Paydirt to go through, but we'll talk about that in a minute. For right now, let's show you the gold I found. In all 4 classifications, I actually ended up finding gold, even though there was only one tiny little piece in the -40 and a tiny little picker in the +10. But I did find gold in every classification, which is always really good. Most of it ended up being in one classification, but, you know. Now let's start weighing it up with the +10 first. Zero point 0.040. We'll add in the -10 plus 20, and there we hit our gram that we were guaranteed, 1.045. Little bitty piece. It did budge a scale. And this last little piece that's not going to budge a scale. So there you go. 1.055 grams. Now for this 1 gram bag from Montana Prospector, it was fairly easy to go through. It had no real black sands, there wasn't a lot of material, and only had one tiny little piece in the -40 that if you missed wouldn't have changed the ROI or anything else. The only difficult part about this Paydirt is that it's extremely dirty and will cloud up your water. But you can either use a pour-off pan, clean the material first, or just go pretty slow. So for a beginner, I would give this a medium. For an advanced or expert panner, this is easy Paydirt. All right, finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review, but before we get into that, I need to thank today's sponsor, which is my Patreon members, including my 2 newest members, Ken Vaugh and MJ IRL, or MJ in real life. So thank you both for joining my Patreon page, and if anyone else is interested in sponsoring this channel to help me do these reviews, you can check me out at patreon.com/Miller Prospecting. And now, on to the review. Now this again was a 1 gram bag from MontanaProspector.com, which was guaranteed obviously 1 gram of gold. Its cost was $69.99. Shipping was free, so total cost right here, $69.99. I think earlier in the video I said it was $69.95, but it was 4 cents more at $69.99. Now the gold I recovered, again, right here, 1.055 grams. And I did test out that little bitty picker, and it tested out at 18 to 22 carats. Now the gold spot on the day that this bag was received to my secret shopper was $54.77, making this gold worth $57.78, giving me a really, really good ROI of 82.55%, or on my scale an 8.3. So a great ROI from a typically bad seller. Now for fun factor, I'm actually going to drop it down a point to a 7.3 because there really was no gold in any other classification but one. I mean, there was one piece in the other 3 categories each, and that's really not fun. You want to kind of have it spread out. So the bag's getting a 7.3. For Paydirt description, they're getting an 8. It is a really good description. I wish they would cut out a lot of the extra stuff, negativity, but it's their description, and it's a good one, so they're getting an 8. Now for quantity and packaging, again, they're getting an 8. A 10 for the quantity because it was over the stated amount, and a 6 for the packaging, giving them a total score of, again, an 8. And lastly, for customer service and shipping, they're getting a 10. 10 for customer service and a 10 for shipping. It shipped out really quickly. In fact, it shipped out priority mail, and the customer service was excellent. In another order I had to another secret shopper, that bag actually busted and they offered to replace it for free. So really good customer service. Giving Montana Prospector's 1 gram bag a total score of 8.3, which is a good score. A really good score, in fact. With that being said, would I recommend this seller? No, I would not recommend this seller, but I would recommend this bag at $69.99. I wouldn't buy it at $99.99, and or the 100 and something price on eBay. But at $69.99, it's a really good bag. I just wouldn't buy any of their other Paydirt they sell. If this one happens to pop up on sale, and like I said, I did notice they had 3 bags available, sure, I would grab those up. It's a good price. You'll get about an 80% ROI, and you really can't beat that. So that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Happy panning. And if you're not already a subscriber, think about hitting that subscribe button below.